How's it going, everybody? Little Joe here from Back Bay Scale Customs, and I have been tagged. Marco Fernandez. I believe he's got three names, a little turtle in his little thing there. It had been come to my attention, Detroit Muscle had said, he had sort of tagged me in a video, and he said it had already been tagged. And I said, I didn't know that. I don't think I've been tagged, so I'll go on and do a video on your behalf. And then Marco Fernandez, I believe I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying it right. Sent me a link on Facebook and said, "Hey man, check this out." And I checked it out, and it was him. And he was, stating, he picked his modelers. One was Fast Jimmy, one was me, one was Chevy Cheeseburger, and he had said some very kind things. And, so I messaged him on Facebook, and I told him, "Hey, man, thanks." And, he had said some very kind things to me about, watching some of my videos and getting some decent results on painting and things. And I was, very flattered that he was, very nice. And so I offered to paint a body for him. And we're going to do something, sort of a collaboration together. But I've actually been working on a car. I just haven't been doing any updates. This is the Bandit TA. You can see that I got the decals on. All that dull stuff you see, guys, that's the wet sanding. And if y'all know me, I like putting decals underneath the clear. And once you hit the clear over the top of this stuff, that dullness will go away. You can see it right here on the door too. What you want is an even dullness. I don't know if this will even work. Yeah, see how dull that is? Once you hit that with clear, it goes away. Here's the wheels, and I use the polyglass wheels. You got to forgive my fingernails are dirty. I use the polyglass wheels, and those are in a kit, the Pontiac kit, and that's pretty much what was on the car. But, I did a lot of stuff here. I've got a lot of stuff done. I just haven't really shown any videos. I'm just trying to get back into the groove of things. I did a whole bunch of detail work on the end of that engine there. And after I got it all done, I realized that it's not going to be seen. It's not going to be seen. Okay, now, 3 or 4 hobbies. What are my other hobbies? Something a lot of you guys don't know is I collect money, old paper money, from the 1800s on into today. Some Civil War stuff, and coins. I have quite a bit of it, stuff like that. I really enjoy collecting those things, and really fascinated with vintage money, antique money. Enjoy that a great deal. I do that a lot. Also, I play PUBG. Everybody plays video games. And of course, I love guitars. And music equipment, vintage music equipment. I do that a lot. And my one-to-one cars. That it's kind of mine and my father's thing that we do together. And that's some of my stuff. I don't really hunt or fish, or I hate football. Absolutely hate it. Can't stand to hear people talk about it. The sound of football makes me sick to my stomach, or any sport like that for that matter. Don't know why. I guess that's just how it is for me. I'm a musician, not a quarterback, I guess. But, I also like vintage wrestling. Like, I love learning about people like Ric Flair, and the story of what he did, and Shawn Michaels and the Montreal screw job with Brett, and one of the best storytellers you're ever gonna watch if you ever watch wrestling videos is Big Bad Diesel, old Kevin Nash. He can really tell some stories from back in the day. I enjoy doing that, listening to that stuff. And I love learning every day. My hobby is learning. Love to learn about everything. If I have a car, I want to learn all about that car. real passionate about just about anything I do. Because when I was younger, I wasn't really good at anything, and I didn't really fit in at all. So I was always the odd man out, and uh, didn't have a lot of. I mean, I have sisters and stuff like that, but then nobody was ever really around, so I kind of was by myself. So model cars and things like that kind of helped me get through. But that's why I like learning new things every day. I can't stand for someone to come up to me and say my car is broke. Well, what's wrong with it? I don't know. Uh, you have knowledge. You have a human brain. You can. There's freaking YouTube for that matter. You can learn to diagnose. But with all that being said, some people just aren't cut from that cloth, and that's fine. But okay, enough about all that. I could ramble for hours and hours. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. I just showed you this here, the clear, and you see how dull all that is. Well, this was dull too. I haven't painted the bottom of it yet. This is the hood. That was dull too, and here it is now. It's cleared, and it's polished out, and you can see it's very nice, very nice. Let me get behind it, see if it'll focus on that. Very, very nice. But yes, Marco Fernandez, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you very much for the kind words, sir. And if y'all have watched this video, if not skipped through it, thank you. So I got to pick 3 other people, and I've been thinking long and hard. One of my favorite people to watch, and I've talked to him off and on, and I know that he don't make a whole lot of posts, is Spencer 1984. I really enjoy watching Spencer 1984. He's probably been called out already, and that's okay. I know this one's been called out already, but I'm going to call him out again. Fast Jimmy, make a damn video. It's not that hard, but you can do it. Just joshing you. And I don't really know. I mean, a lot of you guys have been called out already. And I just don't know. But I do know Spencer 1984. I do want to do that. Oh, and there's another guy, man. There's this Canadian guy. I forget his name, but he hasn't posted in years. The last time I saw, he had this 71 fastback Mach 1 Mustang that he was turning into a post-apocalyptic car, and he was kicking ass on that build, and it was looking great. And then poof, he disappeared. But every now and then he'll pump a video in there, but I can't think of his name. Anyway, guys, if y'all know anything about me, y'all know that I ramble on for hours and I can be a total fool. But that's my video. I'm going to paint a car for him and try to do my best to make it nice and pretty for him as a thank you for the kind words that he said to me personally on Facebook, which I thought was very sweet of him. And I know everybody's taking a light-hearted path through this, but the modeling thing, I'm almost tearing up right now. The modeling thing for me is a real escape. It's something that's very personal to me. The smells of the plastic and the paints, and the way you feel when things are just going right and you're in the middle of a build and it's all falling together, and it's the vision in your mind is starting to take shape, and you're starting to see what you wanted, and it's becoming what you want. Now, there's times where nothing works right. I've got about 30 of them sitting right there that just didn't work, or I stopped working on them, and I guess that's a problem for modelers. But it's something that in my childhood, when I had nothing else, and I didn't have the best childhood in the world. Loved my parents; they did the best they could, but a lot of times I was not in a good place as a child and was lonely, and the models, these plastic little hunks of plastic here, they really helps me get through. So it's I get fired up about them, you know. I did those tail lights. Boy, that ain't easy on this kit. And did the front here, and that ain't easy either. I still got to do some more touch up. You can see where it needs to be touched up. But anyway, I hope Spencer 1984 makes a video or whatever it may be. And that'd be that. So thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry if I got too serious. But, you know, I do love this thing we call modeling. And I hate it when people say we play with toys. These are not toys. They're not toys to me anyway. A toy is something that you play with, and I mean you can play with models, so to speak, with someone, but this is not a toy car. This is a piece of art. This is art, and that's how I look at it. I look at each one of my models like a work of art, like a piece of art, and I treat each model, each piece of the model, like a model of itself, of its own, because it is. This front end is a model of itself, of its own. Those real tail lights, that's a model of its own. So if you treat each piece like its own individual model and try to put as much detail into it as you possibly can, you end up with something better than you would have expected. But I ramble, I digress. My hypocrisy only goes so far, Mr. Earp. But okay, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope to try to be posting more soon, guys. I do miss being involved. So, a little Joe from Back Base Kill Customs, and catch you later. Bye-bye.